Hi, today I'm going to be doing an edition review of these hardcover Aladdin editions of Anne of Green Gables and also a short review of the first two books because those are the only two I've read. And the main reason I'm doing an edition review is because I searched for YouTube for reviews of these editions for buying them. I wanted to know what they looked like and I couldn't find any. So I figured there should be at least one review of these editions for anyone who's interested in buying them. And these are gorgeous. So far I've only got 4, which is Anne of Green Gables. Really the spine looks like Anne of Green Gables. I've got Anne of Avonlea, Anne of the Island, and Anne's House of Dreams. There are 8 books in the Anne of Green Gables series, but so far I've only got 4 of these editions. And I love these. They're okay. This is what they look like without the jacket. Wait, can you see? Without the jacket is kind of plain actually. And this is what the spine looks like. Wait, yeah. Okay, two minor tiny complaints about these editions. The first one is, I'm not sure if you can see this on the screen, but can you notice the difference between this jacket and this jacket? See, this one is a bit glossy, and this one's kind of papery, which would be fine if, like, the first is glossy and the second is papery, and you had like alternate papery and glossy. But the thing is, the first one is glossy. See, this one's kind of glossy. The second one is papery, and so is the third one. The third one's papery, and the fourth one is glossy. So it's not like one glossy, one paper. It's like one glossy and 2 papers and one glossy. I don't know if each title either has a glossy one or a paper one, or that it depends on your luck what you get. And even both these paper ones are not the same. Like this one's papery, but here it's kind of glossy. See, this one, the inside kind of glossy, and this one is papery and it's also a bit papery. It's not thin, it's kind of thick paper, but it's still papery. So I'm not sure why the jackets are different. I really wish they had the same jackets for all. Like, I prefer the glossy ones, but I would rather have them on the paper ones than to have some in glossy and some in paper. I forgot to show you the font and spacing. This is what it looks like. Can you see? Is that clear? Okay, it's quite big and spacious and a comfortable size that's easy to read. Tiny complaint is that these don't have all 8 titles. They only have 6 titles, which wouldn't be a problem if it was the first 6 titles, but these are missing the 4th and the 6th, or the 4th and the 7th title. I don't know why they're missing 2 in between. It's kind of weird to me, but that kind of ruins these editions for me. I mean, not completely. I mean, I still love them and I'm still collecting them. And I think these are the best looking editions of Anne of Green Gables available, except maybe the Juniper set, but those aren't sold on Book Depository or Amazon. They're only sold on Juniper's website, and they're very expensive, more than these. But anyways, I would definitely still recommend these editions. And now getting to the review of the book, small review. I love the first book. I loved how Anne gets adopted by Matthew and Marilla. I loved her character and her rivalry with Gilbert and her friendship with Diana, and how she comes up in school and all her misadventures. I love the second one too, but not as much as the first. I think the second one's a bit more boring. I preferred the storylines in this, but I also like the storylines in this one, just not as much as this. And I didn't like the village improvement storyline where they had the society to improve the village. I didn't like the storyline all that much. I mean, it's a good thing to improve the village, but I just didn't enjoy reading about it that much. And that, I like the other storylines in this book. I love the storyline of her as a teacher and her relationship with the students and their backstories, and her relationship with the 2 new kids that get adopted in the house with Marilla. And I liked her growing friendship with Gilbert. Another minor complaint I have about these books is that the writing can be a little too descriptive for my taste, which can be a little too boring for me. But this is more of a personal taste, because personally I'm not a fan of writing that's too descriptive. Like this one has a whole chapter called Good Morning Green Gables, where Anne wakes up in Green Gables on her first morning there, and she describes the whole scenery in Green Gables, from what the animals are doing to what the trees are doing, and I just skipped the whole chapter. I can't wait to read the third book, and I still recommend this series and these editions. The only drawback is that if you buy these editions, you have to buy a different edition for the fourth and sixth book. Anyways, that's all I have to say about these editions and the series, and which I still recommend both, as I said. And let me know what you think of these editions. Do you think they look nice? And do you think it's worth buying this series if they don't have the fourth and sixth book? And let me know which of the Anne of Green Gables books you've read and what you thought of them, and which editions you own. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video.